All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear. Shem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. I also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. And peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect, back at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Just a quick epistle about these tariffs. All right. This tariff talk and all of that. It doesn't matter exactly what they're saying. The whole point is, through the spirit, we should be watching for them to create these problems so that they, quote unquote, can come up with a solution. Now, the ultimate solution that Esau Edom wants to come up with is the mark of the beast. All right. People have problems financially. We'll do universal income, but you have to get this mark of the beast. All people, it's hard to, keep track of the citizens in the United States. Oh, we'll just microchip everybody that way, etc. All right. They got all these issues, all right, these problems, and they're just gonna come up with a solution. So whether they don't find an issue for this whole tariff talk and our goods go sky high, or they do the bailout and they come with a solution, it's going to make certain individuals really, really believe and trusting in that man. All right. They think that they are always going to come up with a solution to these problems, man. All right. And then eventually they're going to make it painted in such a way that it does look appealing, man. Especially we start talking about that universal income, man. All right. That people are going to be probably more ready to take that device, man. All right, when all these issues of famine or food insecurity, all right, all these issues that we prophesied through the spirit are going to take place upon the earth, man. This is going to aid in people bowing down and worshiping this man in a beast system. But we're teaching our people through the spirit that's not the way that we're supposed to conduct ourselves. We're supposed to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And this is going to be that hour of temptation where the Lord is going to try the inhabitants of the earth, the ones that say that they believe in him. All right, we're about to see, man, and it's going to require some true faith, man, in order to not take that mark of the beast, man. We're going to be tempted, man, because we're going to want to eat, and it's going to be, they're going to have their food readily available and clothing and shelter and things like that, man. All right. But we got to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This is the book of Proverbs 22 and verse 3. A prudent, that word prudent goes into, a one that cares for the future. So you're a man or woman that cares about the affairs of your future. All right, that makes you a prudent man or woman. All right, foreseeth the evil, and we're seeing the evil via prophecy. All right. And hide himself. And how are we doing that? In this truth, man. In the name Yahweh Yahweh Shai, which is a strong tower. All right. The teachings of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, we're hiding in that truth, man, because we foresee if the evil to come through the spirit. But the simps, all right, the simple people of our nation, first and foremost, all right, pass on and are punished. And that's exactly what's getting ready to happen. And we're warning our people, you're getting ready to be punished beyond your wildest imagination. Hey, that God of the Bible is angry. He's getting ready to execute judgment. Repent, come back to the law, statutes, commandments, man. All right, but again, our people remain in that simple mind state and they don't care, man. So the Lord is gonna do what he said he was gonna do, and bring that severe judgment upon 2/3 of the nation of Israel. First and foremost. All right, go to the book of Proverbs again, chapter 6 and verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. So look at the ant, man. So that's what we're telling our people. All right. We're observing these things and we want to prepare. All right. Verse 7, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler. And guess what? We do. We have the ultimate guide, the ultimate ruler, the ultimate overseer, Yahweh and his son, Yahweh Shai. But of course, our people reject the Father and the Son, man. All right, verse 8, provided her meat in the summer and gather her food in the harvest, man. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep, man? So if the ant knows and it doesn't have a quote unquote master, all right, how much more us that do have a master, and the Lord has set up certain men to teach our people the correct ways, man. Should we be preparing for the things to come. Being prudent, all right, being likened unto an ant, should be, greater than an ant, more intelligent than an ant. All right, how much more us to be preparing, and how do we do that? Getting that rapport, if you will, with Yahweh Shema Shah, rehearsing the righteous acts, praying, fasting, being amongst the body. All right, constantly being in that holy conversation, man. All these things will prevent us from going off or being swept out there with that doctrine, man, with that confusion that is overtaking our people now more than ever. All right, being tossed to and fro with all manners of diverse doctrines, man, that isn't of the truth, that isn't of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. We got to prepare. And, in order to prepare, man, you actually have to be watching for these things to come to pass, man. That's a part of us preparing, is actually watching the news, all right? Watching events. A lot of our people, run away from it, which shows you the type of spirit that they're truly in, man. It isn't a spirit of preparation. They don't want to be prepared, because truly, I mean, it's not for them to be prepared for it. We're just seeing it manifest through the spirit, man. All right. See, Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. All right. Therefore, get wisdom. So that's, the utmost of importance, man. Wisdom. All right. And with all thy getting, get understanding, man. And we do understand that. Matter of fact, I'll bring it out in the book of Isaiah 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And we're prophesying through the spirit that these times that we're living in, the last days, are going to be some bad times, man. And we're going to need stability. And the Bible's teaching us wisdom and knowledge is going to keep us stable during these confusing times, and strengthens our salvation. And the fear of the Lord is his treasure. And we do know that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of obtaining that much needed wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man, which again is going to keep us stable in these times. We're going to know when to move and when to be still, man. Unlike everybody else, just like the juice, when the juice came out, we knew to be still and wait on Yahweh Ba'al Shah through the spirit. Everyone else didn't, that claimed that they believe in the Lord and took that juice all willy-nilly, without any type of, consideration, any type of prayer. All right. How much more during this time that the Lord said this earth has never seen before are we going to need that stability, man? So it starts with a believing and fearing in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, and through that fear you're going to start to produce a certain amount of action, man. All right, rehearsing the righteous acts. These holy days come. The weekly Shabbat, or whatever your lot is, a helper of the prophets, you're going to start to help more. All right. If you are a prophet, you're going to start prophesying. All right. All these things is going to start to manifest to the ones that are truly called, to do this thing, man. But it starts with the belief and fear of Yahweh Bahashem and Yahweh Shah, man. All right. And you'll start to obtain a certain level of wisdom, which will keep you stable. Even now, man, there's a lot of confusion that's just going out left and right now, man. And a lot of our people, Muslims and Christians, and they have no idea what's going on in the Bible, man. All right. But that's why we got to give all praise, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Shema Shah for blessing us with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, with that hope that we could make it, being of that hopeful elect, man. All right. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of this. For book of Romans. '13 and verse 11. And that this is Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, again, what time? The last days, man, the end of the world, all right, which we're prophesying, we're in those times, man, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. So again, being prudent, seeing these things, waking up out of that sleep, that slumber, not being a sluggard, looking at the ants. All right, it is time for us to awake and put off that shit that we learned, man. Have some humility and just say, man, you know what? I didn't know everything, man. This is It's that simple. To be honest, I didn't know everything. We inherited lies, and we really have an well, I don't want to say have an excuse, but come on, man. We was born into these lies, man. It's these prideful ass people that can't say, you know what, we've been teaching the wrong thing. You know what, we was wrong. They can't say that because of their pride, man. You know. But anyway, now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. And that's a um beautiful precept, man, to have that hope that, we're almost home, we're almost to that perfection, that beauty, that glory, all right, that ultimate pardon, man, receiving those new bodies, being with Yahweh Hashem and Hawashah for all eternity, never being able to take another L, man. That's a very, very important, beautiful precept to meditate on, man. Salvation is nearer than when we first believed, because I mean, you gotta look at prophecy. We got to be getting close, man. These are signs, man. The Lord is not a man that he shall lie. He sent the signs preceding his second coming, famines in diverse places, people coming in the name of the prophets, all right? All these things have come to pass, and we're getting ready to see, the end of it in the beginning at the same time, man. So call hello Yahweh Bahashim and Hawashah for this truth, all right? Book of Second Esdras. Second Ezra 6 and verse 22. All right. Now concerning some events in those time in these times to come, man. All right. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, man. And that can happen in the blink of an eye, man. And we're seeing the beginning stages of that. We saw what happened during the so-called pandemic, man. We're prophesying, man, that one day you're gonna wake up and these stores, they're gonna be empty, man, one way or the other. However the Lord does it, or you're just not gonna be able to walk up in there without that mark of the beast, man. All right, so this is a prophecy, man. All right. In verse 23, and the trumpet shall give a sound, and the Lord is sounding that trumpet via the prophets, which when every man heareth, they shall suddenly be afraid, man. But that really is only for the Lord's hopeful elect that's going to heed the warning. Everyone else isn't going to take heed to it, and they're going to be a pitiful case when these things actually takes place right in front of their eyes, man. All right. So take the low now, man, because everybody's going to be brought low. Take the low now through the Spirit on the right hand side, or else you're going to take that low on the left hand side, and it's going to be, way, way more embarrassing, man. All right. And some people out there can't take embarrassment, man. Especially, hey, look at the woman. No shame. All right. Because First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. All right. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. All right. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief, and that light being Yahweh Shah first and foremost. We have that, the water Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, that we're watching for that thief because we have the light to see. All right. And our compounds, our dwelling places are lit up through the Spirit. All right. We're watching for and expecting the thief. Everyone else isn't. They didn't take heed to the warning. Hey, the thief is coming. The thief is coming. All right. So they're going to get caught up, and they're not going to see it when the thief actually comes. Nor are they going to see the events preceding the thief coming. Even they're not going to see the thief sneaking up to their dwelling place. Just like if someone was to, other than cameras and shit, if someone was to break into your house, you wouldn't really see them until you know that they're on your compound. Same thing, man. And with this truth, man, they're not gonna see these events as pre-great tribulation events, man. All right, they're just gonna see it as life as usual, man, and gonna get caught up in the judgment, man, when Yahweh Shema Shah unleashes that full wrath upon his place, which we warned them was coming. All right. So we don't want to be like that. We want to, take the low, be humble, and give all reverence to Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. The Lord is perfect. He said these things was going to happen, and we got to believe it, man. All right. So, and close out in the book of Luke. And again, that's why we have to, Luke 21:36. Watch ye therefore. So we're supposed to be watching. All right. Watch ye therefore and pray always, watching and praying, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass. So we have to watch these events, and when we see it, it produces more, of a haste, if you will. I was gonna say fear, but we're only to fear Yahweh by Hashem Shai. But it should put more of a haste when we see these events. You hear, all these rumors of things not getting better, or the scriptures speak about us having a more sure word of prophecy. Every day it seems like things are just gradually getting worse and worse and worse. Things are, the price on goods are going up. You hear rumors of it being just a mess with the goods. Then you hear rumors of wars. Then war is taking place. Then you look at the shit that's going on right in your very household. All right, this has to be the last days, man. But again, watching ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. So that's what we got to be doing, watching and praying, man. All right, and doing what the Lord commanded us, keeping the commandments to the best of our ability, feeding his sheep to the best of our ability. And Lord willing, Yahweh Shema Shah will have mercy upon us and deal with us as family. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Till next time, Shalom.